New ships. Closed test 13.0. Players are spoiled. Players are truly spoiled. Kickpad, sure. Let's see. Greetings, captains. Update 13.0 brings with it new ships for testing, such as Spanish battleship Victoria, German cruiser Wiesbaden, and a long-awaited Tech Tree branch, Commonwealth cruisers. Okay. The new Commonwealth cruiser branch features ships from Australia, India, New Zealand, and Canada. At low and mid tiers, these ships will be light cruisers armed with 152mm guns. Let me turn down the music just a tad bit. And beginning from tier 8, they will receive a heavier armored 203mm guns. So they are heavy cruisers. They're light cruisers that turn into heavy cruisers. Interesting. That's very strange. Only at tier 8? Okay. Their main battery will be capable of dishing out a good amount of damage per minute, but in return will have somewhat poor shell ballistics and slow turret traverse. Okay. Starting from tier 3, they will additionally be armed with torpedoes. Tier 3, wait, they're actually still doing low tier ships? Despite the fact that they've killed low tier? That's surprising to me. At tier 7, these torpedoes become long-ranged and may even be launched from stealth due to the excellent concealment of their ships. Okay. For captains interested in hunting submarines, from tier 5 onwards, the ASW airstrikes of these ships will have improved features, longer range, additional charges, and increased splash radius for incapacitating modules. Gee, if it isn't the very rare case of Wargaming creating a problem and then selling us the solution. Truly a rarity in this game. I've never seen this one before. This is a completely fresh take. Is this things people have been asking for? Better counters against subs being packed into a new tech tree line, slapped into early access and unavailable to the vast majority of players for 3 months unless we pay for it? Well, yes it is. Of course it is. Very rare situation. Very rare situation. They never do this. This is this first time for sure. However, they will deal somewhat less damage in return. The improved features of this line will be balanced out by generally weak armor, low HP pools, and weak AA defense. So what? So it's a Corp ASW ship with good DPM, but no armor, low HP, and weak AA. Okay, interesting. Just a coincidence? Yeah. Weak AA defense in a game that doesn't have any AA defense. Can't be good against both subs and CVs. True. The only way you can be good against both subs and CVs is if you're a sub or a CV yourself. Those ships are pretty good against subs and CVs. In fact, they're the only ships that can actively counter each other, but no one else can. Like CVs, subs can dive under plane spotting and they can shotgun CVs, but CVs in return have automatic ASW against subs and can torture them with plane spotting and are immune for pings for a full minute. So they are actually the only two special classes that deal with each other. The rest of the NPCs, aka the surface ships, well, they're just target practice. Unfortunate. As is standard for most cruisers, the line will feature hydroacoustic surge, available in its own slot at tier 4 and sharing a slot with defensive AA fires at later tiers. Starting at tier 5, the signature Commonwealth crawling smoke generator will also be available. Tier 5, interesting, in its own slot and its long action time allowing slow movement while remaining concealed. Starting at tier 8, the ships will be equipped with a repair party of standard characteristics. What? Has Wargaming completely forgotten that most cruisers tier 8 actually don't get heals? This is a recent thing they've started adding to the game, but the old lines don't have heal at tier 8. This is not, there's nothing standard about this. This is, did they just forget? Have they gotten so far into their healing power creep that they've forgotten? Because I can tell you that ships like Baltimore and Mogami and all the old lines, they don't actually have a heal at tier 8. This was a premium thing back in the day. Atago used to had heal and it was like a big deal. I think they've forgotten that tier 8s normally don't get a heal, but now they do. I think only the Brits have it. Yeah, and I think didn't the Spanish ones get it as well? Basically, the newer the line, or if it's like a light line, they have it. But generally speaking, consumables. Let's see. Heal? Repair party. Tier 8. Premiums have it. All the premiums have it. That's common. Cataluna gets it. Harbin gets it. But like Charles Martel, Hipper, Amalfi, Shimanto, Mogami, Almirante, Numancia, Nottingham. Like, this is... There's just really nothing stand. Chapaev, Tallinn, Baltimore, Cleveland. This is not... There's nothing standard about this. Like, getting the heal at tier 8. This is... I think they've forgotten. In battle, these characteristics will come... I mean, ideally what they should do is give most tier 8 cruisers a heal. In fact, cruisers should get a heal much sooner. If you look at the state of cruisers in low tier, most of them need a heal. They're just target practice. And the ships will be equipped with a repair party of standard characteristics. In battle, these characteristics will come together in a mid to close range playstyle. Rah-rah. The crawling smoke generator coupled with their excellent concealment will allow these ships to take aggressive positions and make best use of their good damage per minute, while also being able to conduct successful retreats when in danger. Captains will want to avoid exchanging fire in open waters, however, due to overall low survivability. So if the survivability is so low that you don't even want to open water at all, what do you do when you're faced with a radar? Considering there's multiple stealth radar ships in the game. Okay. What if a sub just spots you? Because I mean, yeah, you got the ASW, but do you have a special way of spotting them? Because the issue with subs isn't so much killing them. I mean, battleships with range ASW is one of the best at killing them. The issue is they can disappear at will, and that's the problem. Do they have a special way of spotting them? Sutlej. Black Swan. Copy pasta. Okay. I mean, it's a tier 1. I'm surprised they're still adding a tier 1. I'm surprised they're still adding... Flamu murdering Kirov on autopilot was just sad. Yeah, for those who aren't aware what he's talking about, they were, on Russian server, there were 1 versus 1 tier 5 brawls. And I played a battleship, and I saw that the enemy was playing a Kirov. So I used autopilot and secondaries to kill him. I didn't need to use my guns, I didn't need to use my DCP, I didn't even need to use my heal, but my secondaries did more damage than his entire ship, and he tried to rush me and dodge and torp and all of that, and he still lost to basically autopilot and AI gunners. Like, low tier cruisers are just a joke. They're in such a poor state. Commonwealth cruiser Port Jackson, tier 2. Port Jackson, town class cruisers, okay. Okay, fair enough. I'm not too interested in slow tiers because so far they've been copy pastas, and also no one plays low tier. No one plays low tier. Wargaming basically gives out the tier 6, 7, 8s like candy, and well, not really 8s, and then 8, 9, 10 there they hide behind their early access bullshit where you have to pay to get them. So no one really plays, and there's no players in low tier either. Low tier queue is completely dead. So yeah, probably not going to be seeing much action. Caradoc class. Okay, so is this kind of copy pasta Caradoc? Sure. Oh, it already gets torps. 4x2. Fair enough. 53 knots, they do nothing, but you gotta remember low tier Hydra isn't as prevalent as it is in higher tier. Commonwealth cruiser Dunedin. What is this? Dane class. Interesting. Okay. On November 1941, Dunedin was sunk by a German submarine. Yeah, I know that feel, bro. Holy shit. Okay. Nothing too special here. Tier 5, Delhi. Leander class. Okay, so this is just copy pasta Leander. I guess they did. We can show you Leander in port if you want to know what Leander looks like, but so far quite copy pastas, but Dunedin. Okay, Dunedin. Denu. I don't. Okay, whatever. Hobart. HMAS Hobart. Okay, also a Leander, an improved Leander. Wait, how different? Okay, now I want to look at Leander. They're talking so much about the Leander, now I want to look at it. Let's see, cheers. Okay, it's a... No, the smokestacks are different. The smokestacks are different. Everything else is identical, including... But the smokestacks, there's 2 smokestacks instead of this. And the rigging... No, the rigging is pretty... No, the rigging is a bit different. The rigging is slightly different, I think. Yeah, the rigging is slightly different. Can it be Stockholm? Ah, no way they're that lazy, right? No, it's not. No, it's not. Is Flamu streaming tomorrow? No, tomorrow sadly, well not sadly, but we're organizing it's called it's a Christmas party. It's called Pikkujoulut, Lilla Jul. Check Huanghe. They have similar, but basically we're organizing a Christmas party, and is it the smokestacks of the Huanghe? Not quite, not quite. It does have a unique look to it, doesn't it? Oh, actually, it's totally a Huanghe. It's actually totally a Huanghe. Everything is a Huanghe. You're right. I didn't realize. It's actually totally a Huanghe. The only thing different is the rigging. But I mean, if it's supposed to be of that class, I think that's pretty acceptable. Oh shit, it's a perf. It's actually a perf. This thing, even the rigging is identical here. The rigging, you see the rigging, this thing. The rigging, this thing, the smokestacks. Yeah, no, this is different though. They changed a bit here, but it's like a kit bash of the perf and the Leander and the Gunhe. I think they changed a bit, but the rigging is clearly from the perf. It's clearly taken from the perf. Okay, interesting. Okay, Leander class improved, fair enough. Ship parameters, 24k health, plating 16, fire duration 30 seconds, 4x2, 15.1 km range, HEAP, 15.1 at tier 6, that's pretty okay. Airstrike. I'd already get ship-based or plane-based airstrikes. Oh man, airstrike 8 kilometers. Isn't Ohio 6? What? Tier 6 cruiser is better ASW than half the premiums that have that weirdo ASW range. Oh man. Perth has ship-based. Yeah, but this is a new ship. This is a new ship, and it gets 2 flights as well. Fair enough. Torp tubes, 10 km torp range, speed 62. That's pretty decent. Stealthy torps as well. Really stealthy torps, actually. 15.4 with that stealth. That's pretty nice. AA is pretty pitiful as expected. 32.5 knots. Handles nicely. Surface detect 10.8. Thank you, Zoops, mailman. And thank you, Dutchman, for giving us up to this, the destroyer. Whoops. What was 9.7 conceal. That's pretty nice. Air detect is really low as well. And this thing gets DCP, Hydro, Crawling Smoke. 3 charges. This one can be pretty good, the Hobart. They've nerfed Leander so much, I'm not sure if it's worse than Leander. Uganda! Oh man, the amount of memes this ship is gonna cause. Zulul, the amount of memes this shit is gonna cause. Are you kidding me? Holy. Uganda, which entered Royal Navy service at the height of World War II, belonged to the second group of Fiji. Okay, so this is still a Fiji. Ship took an active part in the landings in Sicily and Italy. The fall of 1940 cruiser was transferred. Okay, well, I have to say, so far everything has been a kit bash or a copy pasta of an old one. But maybe this will change. 3 airstrikes, 8 km range. Good 12 km torps, goddamn, at tier 7. Damage, Hydro, Crawling Smoke. Okay, interesting. Auckland, tier 8. Albemarle. How close to Albemarle is this? How close to Albemarle is this? Where's my Albemarle? Don't I have the Albemarle? Wait, I don't have the Albemarle. Isn't it the Tick Tree UK? Okay. Oh, it's a full copy pasta. They just removed this. But besides that, it's completely identical. Yeah, it's completely identical. They just removed this. Jesus, is there there's gotta be something new in this, like some new model or something. Okay. Thank you, Dutchman, for the gifted sub again. Cruiser Auckland, like the British Albemarle, is based on one of the heavy cruiser designs developed in Great Britain in the 1940s. This variant possessed 9 203mm guns as their main battery, placed in 3 gun turrets in a linear elevated configuration. The ship was named after the largest city in New Zealand and represents the Royal New Zealand's Navy. 39.4k HP at tier 8. With a heel, that's not bad. 25mm plating. I mean, if it's got the elevated citadel, it's going to be surprisingly squishy. Torpedo protection 19, main battery 17.1. Wait, were they supposed to have really good range? Because that's really good for a tier 8. Okay. But wait, there's mid to close range playstyle. Mid to close range playstyle, but you gave it 17k range. Who are they hoping will play mid to close range with 17k range? Hello? That's like isn't it really good range for a tier 8? Am I missing something? Isn't that really good range for a tier 8? Like, hello? Hold up. Main battery range 17.1. You're here. You got better range than Bayard, Amalfi, which are absolutely like longer range ships. Shit, you get okay. Interesting choice for a supposed close range. Where's Albemarle? Albemarle is here. Albemarle has 15.7. And that's supposed to be a long-range HE spammer. Why does the ship that is supposed to be a long-range HE spammer have 1.4 km less range than this close to mid-range crawling smoke ship? Huh? Also, didn't they say the shells were floaty? How the hell are you supposed to hit anything from there? Weird. So what's the reload? 10 seconds. 10 seconds. What's Albemarle reload? Albemarle reload is 13, so it's pretty good then, isn't it? 2950. That's like Baltimore Wichita reloads. HEDPM is 159k. Thank you, Dutchman, again. 159k HEDPM. I mean, that's not great, but it's not bad either. It's more than the 7 Provincian. It's pretty good. No improved pen angles or anything though, but if this thing has heal and crawling smoke as well, that seems very comfy to play and farm. Reload time 30 seconds, available flights 10k ASW at tier 8. Jesus. Okay. Number of bombs and payload 2, maximum dominant damage 3.4k. Bro, 30-second reload, 3 flights. I wish I had that. Holy. 16.8k torps, 12k range, 62 knots, reload. Torpedo detectability 1.3. These things are really stealthy, and they hit quite hard as well. It's quad torps per side. Where are they placed? They're placed like, oh, they're protected torps. Huh. It's probably gonna be pretty good. AA is kind of a joke. How much of a joke is this anyway? Wait, how bad is... Wasn't this thing supposed to have like really weak AA? Four instead of 5. It's got a bit less than the Albemarle. But I mean, the smoke is the best AA you can ask for because you can hide from the planes. 33 knots of speed, 720, rudder 10.1, not the greatest. 12.3 conceal though. But this is tier 8, so you can slot concealment module and you spec stealth. 9.9, well, 10 km. 10 km surface detect. Air detect is really good. 7.2 smoke firing penalty, which is very nice for 203mm guns. Standard DCP, hydro, fucking hydro. Crawling smoke. And repair party. Yeah, looks like a standard repair. Standard repair. So you got 28 times 197, and then you run the healing flag. So you're healing 6.6k a pop. With Superintendent, you have 4. You're probably gonna run Superintendent because smoke and heal for sure. So you can heal 26.5k, and you already have 39k, and you got a crawling smoke. Okay, well this thing seems a lot better than many of the other tech tree tier 8s we've seen. As opposed to what AA that works, true? Seems average, bad. How? It's a tier 8. How is this thing bad? So far it seems really good. Seems really good. Like shit, compared to half the tech tree ships, and this thing seems really good. It looks very comfy to play with the Hydra and Smoke means you're never gonna get torped in your smoke. The heal and Smoke means you get much more survivability than a tier 8 cruiser normally has. And your DPM seems good, and your torps you can be spamming all the time. Seems very, very comfy to play. What's the DPM? What was it? 159k DPM? 159k DPM, so that puts you around here. So you're pumping out more damage than many of these guys here. Poor Albemarle is down here. So 159k puts you here. Thank you, Nater. Like, you're not going to be up here with the light cruiser gods, but are you the highest damage heavy cruiser? You're the highest DPM 203mm cruiser. The highest DPM 203. The closest one is Wichita, which is 8k below. Like, no, this thing does not seem weak to me at all. Quite the opposite. Quite the opposite. It seems quite power creepy. Commonwealth Cruiser Encounter. Okay, what the fuck is this? Someone copy-pasted these turrets onto a different hull. That's what happened. What the fuck is this? Encounter is a fast ship based on preliminary designs with 203mm artillery intended for construction at an Australian shipyard in the 1920s. In terms of silhouette and layout, it's a Hawkins. What are these turrets on this Hawkins? It's a Hawkins for sure. Wait, do we have a Hawkins in port? Do we have a Hawkins at home? No, we don't. What was Hawkins? Where did you find Hawkins? Chat, was it a premium or something? Tier 5. It's a T5 ship. What the fuck? Okay, so they took... What the... So they took this... The hull... The hull... They use that weird elongated shit which makes the nose look much larger. They use that shit, but you can tell it's the same. It's the same. They use the hull from the Hawkins. Use the hull from the Hawkins. You can clearly see. You can see that anchors and these pieces here. It's the hull from the Hawkins and this thing. And these look like, are these American turrets? Are these Baltimore? No, New Orleans guns maybe. Are these New Orleans guns, man? Is it Numancia? It's Baltimore or Orleans, I think. No, it's not Bal. Wait, this is the wrong. No, it's not this. It's not this. It's not Baltic for sure. No way. You think Numancia? We don't have Numancia. How did New Orleans? Were there two boxes? Oh my god, these cameras. They're these are two boxes for sure. Surrey, Devonshire? Fuck, I have to check that tree. Oh, could it be... Could it be an widened Surrey turret? Or is it... IGN? Which ship would it be IGN? Not Zhao, I think. Or could it? Zhao do have that kind of... Oh. Kinda, but not quite. Numancia? Where did you find Numancia? Shit, we don't have it. Spanish Premium, yeah, we don't have it. So it's a turrets from Numancia on a tier 5 hull. Interesting. And then superstructures from somewhere else. Look at Senyo? I don't think we can look at Senyo here. Wait, maybe we can look from the Russian Devlog? Oh, they are... No, they're not. They're two boxes. They're two boxes to be Senyo. These are the Russian turrets. They're two boxes to be Senyo, though. I think. Yeah, no. Look, these things curve outwards. Although it could be the weird perspective they're using, but I don't think it's the same now. Similar, but not quite the same. Numancia is probably what it is. Thank you, Trotus. I love how looking at their new ships is like, okay, what the whole pieces? It's like fucking searching for the boxes where the Legos are from. Oh, this is from this piece, and this is from that piece, and this is what they cooked up. Here's Numancia. Thank you. Let me see. Oh yeah, they're totally Numancia turrets. I think it might. Yeah, they're totally Numancia turrets. Okay, yeah, no doubt that's clearly Numancia turrets. Well done, chat. Well done. That's clearly Numancia turrets that they used. The poor gaming puzzles, man. My chat is experts at puzzle making. Holy shit. Well done. They're both Royal Navy designs. True. Ship parameters. 41.7k, plating 25. Okay, main battery 3x3, 203, 17.5. Dude, for so-called mid to short range encounters, these things sure have a lot of fucking range, man. Like, these things have a lot of fucking range. No joke. Like, tier 9? Like, where does this... 17.5. You have more range than Ibuki. Ibuki has 16.5. This is 1 kilometer more range, and Ibuki is most certainly not mid to short. Huh? 17 km is short range, right? In 2023, this is short range. Reload 8.9. That's not bad at all. Wonder how much damage this thing does. 8.9. Usually the way they do go from... They're gonna nerf this. I think they're gonna nerf this. Because you know what these things are? They seem very comfy to grind right now. They seem really comfortable to grind. And you know for a fact that Wargaming thinks that the only way to sell a ship line and make profit of it is to make the tier 8 and 9 absolute garbage so people grind the tier 10. Or, sorry, pay for the tier 10 instantly. So, guaranteed I think they're nerfing this fucking thing. This is insane for 203s if we're not talking like DM. Is there anything that even comes close to this reload? If we're not talking... Let me see. Big caliber guns. Who would even get close? Tulsa. But those are DM guns. I don't think there's anyone with 203s that comes close to this fucking reload at tier 9. The closest is Buffalo at 11. No, Rune at 10.5. Yeah, no, this thing does a lot of damage. And it's got really good range. So why would I play this mid to long range when it looks like an absolutely obscene HE spammer at range? I think they're gonna nerf the shit out of this. Because this is the kind of ship. This is like Kitakaze. Kitakaze would never be released into the game right now. Because Kitakaze and Akizuki would never ever be released in World of Warships 2023 because they're both comfortable ships and fun ships to grind. So obviously they don't fit the MO of wargaming nowadays. Ain't no way that shit is gonna be released. Can old ships be refined? No. I mean, they can be nerfed. They haven't been too interested in buffing the old ones. Number of bombs, 10 km range, torpedo tubes 2x4, 16.8, 13.5 range, speed 65. Jesus, still 1.3 detect. These are actually really stealthy, these torps at this point. I don't think the reaction time is going to be much at all. Wait, aren't gearing torps 67? Hold on, where's my gearing? American ships? Am I blind? There. Gearing torps are 66 knots and they have 1.4 concealed. 66 knots and 1.4. These are 65 and they're 1.3. You're gonna have less reaction time against these than you do against gearing torpedoes. And gearing torpedoes are already really nasty if you're not running Hydra. Like, gearing torps are the shit that Devstrike destroyers because they don't have time to react to the torps. Interesting. Okay, that's very strong. Secondary armament, kind of a meme. AA. Okay, only 2 flak at tier 9 is garbage. No joke. This is really, really garbage. I mean, it fits the rest of the AA in the game, also garbage, but this is really fucking garbage. Like, holy shit. This is absolute garbage. Maximum speed 33. Turning circle 810, rudder 10.3, surface 12.3. 12.3 detect. Okay, let's see. What do we get here? 12.3. 12.3. 9 again 10. Again 10. And really good smoke fire penalty again. Where's the Nigerian line? Yeah, that's actually pretty impressive, isn't it? DCP, Hydro, defensive AA, crawling smoke. Obviously, you're gonna run a lot. How much is 102? 102 seconds. Wait, how much shit can you stack on this? Where's my minute? What's default minute smoke? Ah, shit, we should. Let's see. This one is about how much? 20%. So you get 123. 123% you can get. I think, yeah, about 120. So you get 2 minutes smoke, and then this was another 10%. So we're talking 130, probably 133 seconds or something. A bit, 2 minutes and 10 roughly. 2 minutes 15. 2 minutes 15 duration on the smoke roughly, and the reload is going to be roughly the same. But of course, remember that cooldown only starts after you've used your entire smoke, so you got 2 minutes of downtime. But considering the range, I don't really see that as much of an issue. Like, you push up, you crawl around farming with this, and then when the smoke is about to end, you start cutting away, and you farm while cutting away. And then you go dark, get closer again, pop your smoke, and you farm closer again. Like, standard repair, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that should be about it. Yeah, this ship is this technology is only available on Russian server. Yeah, Wargaming hasn't spoken about Senyo at all, so I think the Senyo design is like Lesta design, unless Wargaming buys it, because Russia is getting a Super Zao called Senyo, but EU, there's been no talk about it on EU at all. So Commonwealth cruiser Cerberus. That's a chunky looking boy. Holy shit. Look at this waterline, then look at the Petro waterline. My god, that's Jesus, that's a chunky looking one. Cerberus. That's a meaty name though. Cerberus is an enlarged, seaworthy version of the British County-class cruiser with more powerful armament. The ship is named after one of the pioneers of the Australian Navy, Her Majesty's Victorian ship Cerberus, built in the late 1860s for the naval forces of the colony of Victoria. She served in Australian waters for more than half of a century. I will say I appreciate the fact that these are all real ships. I do appreciate that these are all actual ships. This is very, very, very rare in World War ships. And the fact that we've gotten so many Soviet fantasy ships before they actually start adding these real ships says a lot about the developer. But it's a nice change of pace. It's not? Is this fantasy, Cerberus? They're not. Oh. Only the ship names are real. Oh, shit. I got debated, didn't I? I got debated. So wait, all their historical talk is just about the ship name, not about the ship itself. 9 and 10. 9 and 10 are the ones, huh? But I think all the way to this one was still real. 8 is still real, right? This ship was named. This ship was named after the largest city in New Zealand and represent the... Who named it? Does this mean Wargaming named it, or this was the actual name? So this one is fake too. The ship was named after... Okay, so we know what they should have said. We named it after the largest city in New Zealand. Man, I just got fucked. I can't believe this company still gets me every now and then. I was like, ah, this is pretty cool, man. These are a lot of real ships. I didn't even know about this one. Like, I've never heard of this one. Oh, man. Is based on, yeah, but a lot of ships are based on others. That's standard Navy talk, though. Being based on something else is not an issue. Okay, so wait, what was this one? Shit, pardon. Yeah, this one was real. Okay, this was the last. Hobart was real, and this one took an active part. So Uganda was real, but then after that, it goes full fantasy. Okay, fair enough. Really? Okay, and their idea of a fantasy UK ship, or sorry, Commonwealth ship, is another chunky looking Goliath thing. Interesting. Interesting. Ship's parameter. Wait, what is the ship based on? Is it just county? Man, I got debated again. I feel bad. I feel bad. Do we have the county? We don't. Was county tech tree or not? No. Is any of which of these are county class? Devonshire? Devonshire is county class. Oh. Wait. Yeah, the hull is gigantic. The hull is gigantic. They got that weird shit going on with the... They have this weird camera angle where they basically put the camera here, and then they have this huge fisheye lens effect, which makes... Which like stretches out the nose. Like you can see, this is how the ship is supposed to look, but they like put the camera here, and then they put massive fisheye on it, so it always makes the nose look fucking hilariously long. But you can see it's exactly the same hull. You see this curve here? This curve here on the hull. It's this thing here. It's even got the same details. It's straight up copy paste Devonshire hull. But they have... This bulge is gone. Notice its bulge. Bulge is missing. But you can see where they... No, they just removed it. I wonder what kind of citadel it's gonna have. Superstructure is a bit different because they've added torp tubes here. And this is... kind of different. This is all identical. This part is still identical, the hull here. It's just their angle that makes it look weird. But they've added the bigger... Are these Numancia turrets as well? I think they added Numancia turrets on top here. And then the superstructure is from something else. Interesting. Cerberus, 47.3k. Plating 25, fire 30. Fire range 18.5. 18.5. But these were supposed to be short to mid-range ships. What the fuck? Isn't it? Huh? $18.5. Goliath range is 16.8. Just to put it in perspective, Goliath is 16.8. Venezia is 17.1. Hindenburg is 17.8. Yodo is 18. What the fuck is 18.5? Zhao, we don't talk about Zhao. Zhao is long gone. Zhao is what, 16.2, I think? Zhao is 16.2, so... What the fuck? 34mm pen, 18% fire chance, 10.5 reload. You're gonna run reload mode, of course. Wait, 2950... Oh, it's 4x free guns. Huh. Interesting. 18 degrees, 30 seconds. 11 km ASW. 3.9k. We don't talk about Zalf a lot. The DM is 15.6, yeah. Torpedo tubes 2x4. 16.8, 13.5, 65. Wait! Still, they still keep this shit. Thank you, Dutchman. Secondary armament, a joke. AA, garbage as expected. Maximum speed 34. They're pretty slow. I mean, they're not as slow as shit like Hindenburg, but they're pretty slow. Rider shift 11. Surface detect 12.3, so that's what, 10 kilometers with full build. Air detect 8.2, slightly worse. I wonder what kind of armor they're gonna give it. But like... you know, people are gonna sit at fucking 16 kilometers in these things. And they're gonna be smoking up at 16 kilometers and farming you. And it's gonna be so obnoxious to deal with. Why is the airstrike 11 km whilst the other cruisers get 8 km? Because it's a new ship. Wargaming listened to our complaints about subs and they were like, we're listening. We got a solution for you. You just need to buy this new early access cruiser. Not mad, Brett. But yeah, I think standard ASW on cruisers is 8. So this one gets 11. That's pretty fair. It also gets 3 flights instead of 2. So, yeah. Maybe Wargaming typo because all cruiser ASWs are standardized. No, they literally said at the start that this was a for captains interested in hunting submarines. From Tier 5 onwards, the ASW airstrikes on the ships will have improved features, longer range, additional charges, and an increased splash radius for incapacitating modules. It's create a problem, sell a solution. It's Wargaming 101. It's Wargaming 101. Nothing new at all there. Nothing new at all there. Standardized ASW lasted 15 minutes. It was kind of like standardized radars and whatever else they... Like, whenever they want to nerf some old ships, they say they're standardizing things, and then they release new ships that break all their rules. Like, remember when they standardized light cruiser radars to 9 km, so they nerfed booster radar from 10 to 9, and then they released Hector that has 12 km radar. Or was it? No, it was Plymouth or whatever it was. It's something fucking... It was some demented light cruiser that got 12 km radar for some reason. It was just like... Makes no sense. I don't remember which one it was. There's too many. Brisbane! That was the one. Brisbane. Apparently standardized radar didn't matter with the Brisbane anymore. That thing just gets 12 km radar for some fucking reason. I don't know why. What else? Damage control, Hydro. Defensive AA fire. I'm not gonna run out. Crawling smoke, you get the same 130 about. Repair party, looks like standard heal. Interesting. Okay, German cruiser Wiesbaden. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? How many turrets? It looks like a German Atlanta, yeah. The hull looks extremely plain. Is this their first new model with the new art department? I think this is the first new model with their new art department. Look how fucking plain it looks. Like, no joke, look. There's like nothing here. It looks like some Cold War era stealth ship thing. Is this a pasta or no? I think that I don't think I've seen a hull like this before. Where's Adalbert? München? There's Adalbert. Adalbert is our German ship spotter. München. Whoa, we do have a fair. Oh wait, how identical is this? I take it back. Is it just because it's so plain? It's not quite. No, it's different. It's different. It's different. The anchor. No, it's not. It's not. This is the anchor is different, and the hull shape is different. Could it be a Z52? Not quite now. Bigger Z52? Not quite now. It's still different. The shape of the nose seems similar. It's not so rusty. I think it's a kit bash. Yeah, I think this one is completely new because you can see how like untextured and undetailed it is. Like, look at the masts and everything. It looks very, very extremely bare bones plain. It looks like a German DD hull though. The shape of this looks like it's a DD hull that they've scaled up, I think. The torps look like they got pretty good angles there. They are exposed. What are these guns though? Are these... They're not Z52 guns. They got a gap between the turrets. There's a gap between the turrets. What are these? What turrets are these? They look almost Russian. These are all singles. Secondaries from Preußen. Ah! There you go, champ. Secondaries from Preußen. Oh yeah, they totally are. They totally are. They're these. Yeah, look, you can see the way it goes down, like that. This thing goes down, and then there's the box in between. Man, I love my autistic viewers. They're like, Preußen secondaries, buddy. How can you not see it? Are you blind? But hey, they're actually making a kind of completely new one. The camera angle sucks. Yeah, I mean, it's their weird fucking fisheye lens angle. But yeah, no, that's... it looks pretty interesting, though. Like, as in design. Because Atlanta is super fun. Wiesbaden is a hypothetical design for a light cruiser whose main armament is composed of dual-purpose 128mm guns developed for the Kriegsmarine in the early 1940s. The ship's naming follows the German Navy's tradition of naming cruisers in honor of members of the same time sunk in combat. There's this original small cruiser, named after the capital of the Grand Duchy of Hesse, was lost during the Battle of Jutland on June 1st, 1916. Thank you, Dutchman. Jesus, how many gifted subs has this man given? Wiesbaden is armed with 12. Yeah, 303, okay. 128mm main battery guns, which have high damage per minute but low range. Jesus, Dutchy. Typical for German ships, her AP shells will deal high damage, where her HE shells feature improved penetration but low shell damage and fire chance. The ship is also armed with a total of 12 torpedo tubes. These will launch torpedoes with good range and low visibility. While she has excellent concealment, Wiesbaden drawbacks will include weak armor, low speed, and lackluster maneuverability. A clunky light cruiser. That sounds oof. Low range, this is going to be 18.5 again. For consumables, Wiesbaden will be equipped with smoke generator in its own slot, similar to one found on German destroyers, as well as signature German hydroacoustic surge with shared slot with defensive AI. Captains familiar with the Z-52 destroyer. Dude, the guys that said that this was an upscaled Z-52, nice call, man. Nice call, holy shit. Will feel at home with this ship due to her similar armament. The combination of effective main battery and torpedoes will allow for flexible gameplay options, while Wiesbaden's excellent concealment and smoke generator will enable her to take favorable positions for close-range combat. However, captains will need to be careful. Once spotted, it will be difficult for the ship to engage in open waters or escape from the enemy due to her slow speed and poor maneuverability. Shit, how slow is this thing gonna be? They mentioned that the lackluster and low speed a couple of times here. Holy. 34.1k health. Okay. 16mm plate, so it's super light, which means you get overmatched by 240? 240s from Henry and above overmatch you. Shit, even Goliath and shit will overmatch you. 230s overmatch you, I think. Interesting. Torpedo protection 10%, 6x2, fire range 15 km. Okay, I was expecting worse. I was honestly expecting worse with all that. I was expecting worse. Isn't like Atlanta... What is Atlanta range? Atlanta range is 13. So tier 8, this thing has 15. That's still better than Harbin. And I mean, Numancia is 15.2, Edinburgh is 15.4. So 15.1 is, or 15 isn't actually nearly as bad as I thought it would be. Flint is 11, yeah, Flint is 11. It's still short, to be fair. It's shorter than most other cruisers. So I can agree with them when they say that it's low range. It is on the lower end of the spectrum. Maximum HE shell damage. Oh, Jesus, that's 1350. That might actually be worse HE damage than Z52. Yeah, Z52 is 1500. So 1350 is probably one of the lowest HE damages I've seen. But it pins 32, chance to cause fire 5. Low fire chance means, of course, that specking fire chance and putting fire flags on is exponentially more useful because you get such a huge increase. It's very strong initial velocity. 960 actually, is that... No, it's much faster than Z52. 9.6. It's faster than Hindenburg shell launch. The fuck? What even comes close? Almost druid speeds. It's same as mines. Wonder if it's gonna have similar arcs to mines. Reload 5 seconds. What did you say the DPM was? DPM is 194k base. 194k base on a tier 8 cruiser. That puts us right below the Kutuzov. 10k below the mines. Okay. That's a lot of DPM. Like, this is monstrous DPM. This is really strong DPM. Interesting. So, 5 second reload. Maximum dispersion, Sigma. Wonder what the AP DPM is going to be really strong. 446k, yeah, that's what I figured. That's nuts. That's just below mines as well. 20k below mines. That's really strong. So this thing does massive damage. Def charges, ship-based def charges, unfortunate. 4x3 torps. 14.4, 9.5, 65 knots. Very quick and very stealthy again. These new torps are so stealthy. They're super fast and very stealthy. Also 9.5. That's nice range. Atlanta has like, what, 4 km torps? AA defense, 5 flak. That's okay. That's most AA is short range, which is unfortunate. Maximum speed 32. So this was the slow speed, super slow speed, poor maneuverability. That's more than I expected. Hampshire has 30. Tiger has 30. Cherbourg has speed boost. But Mainz is 32 as well. Hipper is 32. Wait, are they gonna buff Hipper? If this is the definition of low speed and lackluster maneuverability, surely Wargaming is in the plans to buff Hipper, because Hipper also does 32 knots. Turning circle 650. What the fuck? That's really good. Rudder shift 9-1. 9-1. I mean, that's not even that bad. What? That's on the upper end of cruisers. Like most other, that's actually pretty good. What? Surface detect 10-5, but it's a tier 8, so you'll be able to run double conceal if you want. It remains to be seen if you want to instead of DPM, but 8-5 conceal, Jesus. Really good air detect, really good smoke firing detect. In fact, you can push in Hydro DDs. Is it going to be 6 cam Hydro? Yeah, it's 6 cam Hydro, so you can push in Hydro DDs in their smoke and kill them without them even seeing you. That's kind of cracked. No one can push you in your smoke either, because they're gonna get shredded. How does aren't these dual purpose? 6x2, yeah, they are. Man, someday Wargaming will have to explain to me how 12 AA guns produce 5 flak. Is like half the crew on vacation or something when the planes show up? Smoke. It's German smoke though. This is unfortunate. It's a German smoke. German smoke is garbage. It's garbage. Very short duration, very long cooldown. So 2 minutes, 40-second cooldown, only a bit more than a minute duration. The smoke is garbage, but it's still a smoke, so it's still useful. And yeah, you're gonna run this Hydra instead of defensive AA for sure. Still, they mentioned the low speed, lackluster maneuverability, can't escape because slow speed, poor maneuverability, and then it turns out it's just as fast as Hipper. It has a much faster rudder shift than Hipper. Or well, no, it's got not much faster, but faster rudder shift than Hipper, and it's got 100-meter better turning circle than Hipper. So, I mean, if we look at like rudder shifts, 9.1 puts it here. I mean, there's what about Edinburgh? What about all these other guys? All these other guys? Hello, poor Albemarle. And I mean, the super slow speed wasn't actually nearly as bad as I thought. It's half a knot slower than Cleveland. It's half a knot slower than Baltimore. Like it's half a knot slower than Edinburgh. I think Wargaming has kind of forgotten just how fucked many of the tier 8 cruisers are. We noticed it when they said that, oh, it gets a standardized tier 8 heal, and I was like, hold on, tier 8 cruisers don't normally get heals. I think they've forgotten like what tier 8 actually looks like. 1 second, my phone is beeping off the charts. What do you want, phone? I just saw it. Spanish battleship Victoria. That's a fucking Italian. What are you talking about? Is that a Roma? What is that? That's Italian. Hello? Victoria is a fast battleship, similar in layout and characteristics to Italian ships of the Vittorio Veneto class. The possibility of building these battleships in Spain was discussed between the governments of the two countries in 1939-1940. The implementation of these plans was prevented by the growing momentum of the Second World War and the state of the Spanish economy. This battleship, just like 2 ships of the line and modern frigate of the Spanish Navy, carries the name Victoria in honor of the Caradoc that made history by being the first ship to circumnavigate the world. Victoria is armed with 9 381mm main-battle guns, which have long range but long reload time. She will also feature a new unique mechanic, RARO, alternative shell times. At any point in the battle, captains will be able to choose between 2 firing modes. Oh boy, here we go. Magic spell time, boys. We're getting a new spell. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. New spell time. Okay, what is this? Is this Abracadabra or the Hocus Pocus type? Standard mode, in which her shells will deal high damage with high fire chance for HE shells. In return, the shells will have quite poor ballistics, requiring extensive lead time for fast targets or targets at long range. Thus, the standard firing mode is best used either in short-ranged engagements or against slowly moving ships. Alternative firing mode, in which her shells have greatly improved ballistics, allowing for easier leading of fast ships or ships at range. However, this firing mode will have reduced shell damage and reduced fire chance for HE shells compared to the standard firing mode. Captains will want to use this mode primarily for long-range gunnery or engaging fast targets. It's all HE though. It's important to note that despite the radical difference in the velocity of shells of the different firing modes, the AP penetration of both the standard and alternative shell is similar. This is literally a magical spell. How the hell? What? This is due to the fact that alternative shell is significantly lighter in order to achieve higher velocity. Oh, this is a new gimmick. Victoria additionally has excellent armor and good concealment for a battleship, but will have low HP and weak AA defense in return. Oh boy. Expecto Patronum. Consumables are represented by a standard repair party and a choice between fighter and spotter in the same slot. At the center of the gameplay lies the new variation of alternative firing mode. Astute captains will be able to switch between these modes as the situation demands, allowing Victoria to be effective in most combat situations. To make best use of the ship, aggressive captains may use their good armor and concealment to engage targets at close range with the standard firing mode to deal maximum damage. So effectively, what? It's just going to be a Roma with the Roma playstyle. You want to push in with the Roma as well. And because the accuracy is so poor, so you need to push in. In this case, the shell velocity is going to be so slow. But you're going to have low HP. Was it low HP, weak AA? And your only benefit is excellent armor and good concealment. This is probably just Roma armor. Good concealment with subs and CVs? It's tier 9 ship. Oh yeah, it's a Roma tier 9. Jesus. Okay. 64.8. Wait, I need to dig up my Roma so I can compare this. Or Veneta, whatever. I think it's more Roma than Veneta, though, we'll see. Okay, 65.4. Dude, this camera is so good, though. Let's admire the old art department for a second. My god, the beer can camo. So, 65.4. 38% torpedo, that's identical. 3x3 firing range 20.7, much better firing range than Roma. HE 5250. Wait, HE shell 5250, 13.8 with 30% fire chance. Okay, this one is 5112. And the alternative, this is the faster one, does 4750. Chance to cause fire, 11%. What the fuck would you shoot this on? Huh? 11%. I mean, it's really fast, sure, but 11% fire chance. That's really garbage. Especially if you're shooting tier 10 ships, that's going to be cut in half. So it's going to be like 5.5 or something. DD sniping, you're going to need a lot of accuracy. And I'm already looking at the 1.8 Sigma with battleship dispersion. Good luck. AP shell. Okay, so faster shells. But if the pin is identical, obviously this is going to be much juicier. Because the alpha here is very nice. 13.8 is a lot of alpha. 13.8 is a lot of alpha for battleship guns. Like, isn't Vermont 13.5? Like shit like Slava comes nowhere close. Slava is 12.1. Kremlin is 14.5. How much was fucking Vermont? Where's Vermont? Where's Vermont? There. Vermont. Oh, never mind. Wait, are we running? Vermont was 15.6. Jesus. It's gonna be bigger than most It's gonna be bigger than 406s for sure, though, I think. Where's our Montana? Montana is 406, so it's exactly 406. So you get 3/4 of a... actually, this was 13.8, so it's a bit more. It's a bit more than Montana. A bit more than 406. So you get 3/4 of a Montevolley, roughly. 32-second reload. I mean, you can run reload mod. 30-second turtverse, of course. Airstrike DC, 10 km range. Seems standard. Secondary is not much to talk about. They're Italian, so. Maximum HHL, yeah. AA is... Wait, 8 flak. It's 4.6. It's Italian range, to be fair, but 8 flak. Isn't it 8 flak quite a lot? Isn't 8 flak a fair bit? What's like Lepanta? Yeah. 8 as well. I guess it's pretty standard Italian. But 4.6 is obviously a huge problem. This sucks. This is awful. Maximum speed 30 knots, turning circle 810, rudder shift 15.5. Seems pretty standard. Surface detect 16. Wait, didn't it say it was supposed to have really good conceal? Wait, hold on. 13 kilometers. Captains may use a good armor and concealment. 16.1? I mean, it's not terrible, but for tier 9? Tier 1, good concealment. 16.1. That's here. Ivami? Iowa. All these guys have better concealment than you do. I don't know if I'd really call it good conceal. You got like Sovietsky Soyuz conceal. And I don't think anyone considers Sovietsky Soyuz or like Alsace to be particularly stealthy. Huh? He has much worse conceal than Roma. Roma is... I remember Roma was known for being absolutely cracked conceal. But this thing is very far from that. Roma had something like... Shit, was it 11? 10? It was something really nuts. It was 11.7. 11.7, was it that? That's the best you could get? Oh, this is an old build. Is this with conceal? Yeah, it's with conceal. 11.7. So that thing is going to be 13. So not quite a Roma then. Detectability of the firing 15.3. Sure. Standard DCP. Standard heal. Spotter. I mean, besides the gimmick, I don't really know. Besides the gimmick, depends what pen it will have. But already having 380s is a problem. Like, no one wants 380s in the current year. Because you can't overmatch shit. You don't even overmatch 27mm plating with 380s. You need 406s or 400mm guns to overmatch 27mm plating. Which means every heavy cruiser is going to laugh at you. So far, this thing feels a bit like kind of a flop. Like I don't have much interest. Like the alternative play thing, the alternative thing is interesting. I mean, it's a new way of playing, I guess. Well, not really a new way, but it's a new gimmick. But the ship itself, tier 9 with 64.8k health, 13k conceal, standard DCP, no AA. I feel like you're gonna get fucked. Not in a good way. Like 64.8, like, is like, do they not understand how low this is? Like, okay, look. 64.8k health puts you barely above the Ruprecht. And And Rupert is, of course, a fast hydro battleship with much better conceal and secondaries and shit. And torps and shit. So, like, shit like Lion that has a super heal and, like, all these have significantly more health than you do. I'm thinking 64.8k is gonna be real fucking suffering. Especially when you start getting focused by subs and CVs and shit and you don't have any health buffer to survive them. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not too impressed by this thing. If the concealment had been Rome, I'd be more interested. Because then you won't like I'm pretty okay with ships that don't overmatch much having good concealment, like Roma. Roma can't overmatch shit, but it can get close enough that you can catch someone broadside and smash them. And I'd be okay with this thing. Like I don't understand why they give shit like Vermont and Incomp and ships like this why they give them insane concealment. They already overmatch ships. Whereas ships where don't have any overmatch like this one, I'd be much more acceptable to it or accepting towards it. Yeah, I don't really so far I don't really see much point on this thing. Um this one looked interesting, this button. This thing looked interesting. These things just look like a stronger Goliath, basically. I mean, you're less tanky, but you got smoke, so you're more obnoxious Goliath, maybe. Ultimately, though, these are gonna encourage very passive gameplay. Wargaming Kit, they just talked about them removing asymmetric battles because they want to reduce, they wanted a more brawling meta. And now they're adding these ships that have 18.5 km range, torps that are very quick and stealthy, and a crawling smoke, and more HE DPM than old HE spammers. So, airship, yeah, that was the one, airship escort. So, like, pushing into this thing, crawling away. Actually, you can even kite full speed and shoot backwards because of the smoke farm penalty. So, yeah, I don't know. Keep in mind, at least it doesn't get spot reply now. It is always we want more brawl, continue to add long range ships. Yeah, exactly. Like, we really want you guys to brawl more. Here's a HE spammer that will crawl away and farm you. Like, okay, what?